Okay, so this is going to be a video about your arm and your motor and how to assemble because it's a really good idea to try and pre-assemble as much as you can before you dive into the full-on construction of your drone. The more you can do, the smaller assembly, the easier the overall build will go. So, with that being said, I'm going to point out a couple of things. First off, all of the hardware you get should be coming in Ziploc baggies that are labeled with a sticker. Ironically, right on top is the baggie that I'm going to wind up needing, which is motor screws. They are 8 millimeters long, M3, and you should get 18. We try to throw in an extra 1 or 2 because we know dropping screws is common. Hopefully you have everything you need. If for some reason you wind up with a short one, or you are one short, please let us know. We'll try to get some to you as quickly as possible. And since I'm on this topic, like I said, everything else should be labeled. These are going to be the standoffs that you're going to be using. The shorter ones are for the body, and then the longer ones are for battery plates. Then we have the 35 millimeter bolts you're going to be using, as well as the 30 millimeter bolts. Actually, I'm lying, I apologize. 30 millimeter bolts are for the body, 35 millimeter bolts are for the arm. So disregard. But like all the bolts should be grouped together. And then nuts. ESC parts will be another video, as well as the landing gear. So I plan to do individual videos for those. Everybody should be getting this handy dandy toolkit that we have, so hopefully you have got your toolkit and you're ready to go on that. The motor will come to you in a box. I'm not going to go into specifics about the motor because it is potentially possible that you get a different motor. Do not be critical of the motor because based on varying different schools, varying different needs, varying different requests, the motors may or may not look like this. So the whole point of this is just to show you how to assemble the arm and the motor so that you're ready whenever it comes time. This specific motor comes with some pre-assembly of its own, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. The nice thing about videos is if you ever get bored, you can fast forward. If you miss something, you can pause, rewind. If you want to see something, you know, like I said, that makes it possible. So we're going to take this and just kind of snap it right on top of that. We need our handy dandy Phillips. I'm going to grab this one. Now we gotta find, I think that's it. They are small. Is this not it? Maybe it's too big. Let's try this smaller one. Maybe that's why. If you have big old fat fingers like me, this could potentially be challenging. And I don't have my magnifying glass. There we go. That's the first one. So it's the small screws. If you happen to get these motors, it is the little ones, not the big ones. One more. Okay, so that's how that will look. That will go there like that. That will go there like that. And your motor is now ready to do something with. Now we'll take this one, and this is where we'll take our motor screws. We're going to need 4 of them. And this is going to be the 2.5. Pretty sure it's the 2.5. Let's see. Yes, 2.5 millimeters. So, and it's the inside group. And you're just going to go just like this. You don't have to go all the way because it's easier to do this when they're loose. So we'll do another one. Just like that. And just like that. This is G10 material, non-conductive. So if you ever were worried about that, that's the story on that one. Sometimes they get stuck. Just like that. Okay, so that's what you're going to have. Now you're going to take 2 of these guys. Oh, and we need 2 of the nuts also. But you're going to put one in there like that. And then we'll put the other one on this side like that. And so you see the heads of the bolts. That's what the purpose of the T is. This we call them T-bones. But that's the purpose, is it goes through the middle and raises those up off of the carbon tube. Then we're just going to slide them right through like that. Add your other T-bone like that, and then you need 2 of the nuts. So we'll take this one and go like this, and we'll take this one and go like that. And then you should have 5.5, 2.5, come there, you don't have to kill it, you don't have to crank it way down, you can, just snug it up, because you could potentially crush this carbon tube if you wanted to really over torque. So just a reminder, you don't have to kill it, then we can take this. Like I said, sometimes they want to be a little challenging, so you can like that. So now it's in there. Now what's going to happen is your ESC wires are going to come through the tube. They'll have a connector here. You'll connect, and then you can just cram your wires in there like that, and that will protect them from any sort of prop damage or anything like that. And so that right there is a completed arm. So you would do that for the other 3, and then you would be ready to move on to another step. I'm going to stop it there, and then we'll go over landing gear.